I don't mind it. It's not my natural habitat, but I'm getting used to it. I don't know. I like it. What can I don't know. I kind of the lights go down. You've got a job to do. I just get out there and do it. I don't really think about it that much, to be honest.
Were you worried what people would expect?
I was a little bit concerned as about what kind of show people might expect, because I'm really stuck to the microphone because I've got a guitar. I play guitar and sing at the same time, so there's not really any moves going on. But luckily for me, I've got the songs to pull it off. So they're not watching me; they're singing most of the time anyway.
Yeah, it's all about the songs at the end of the day, really, isn't it? So how are the gigs going then?
Well, the gigs have been great. When I was in Oasis, I used to be like a passenger in the gigs. I would be almost like a member of the crowd, because I could play guitar in my sleep, and I'd be stood on the side of the stage and I could observe what's going on. But these gigs, they pass me by in a flash because I've got a lot to do. So, but everybody claps very loud and sings along. Nobody's asked for the money back yet, so I'm assuming that people are liking it.
They're enjoying it. You're not doing this to show the world what they've been missing. You're doing this because you love the songs, and it's as simple as that. I take it, is it?
Oh yeah, I don't really feel like I've got anything to prove, and I'm not really bothered about that kind of thing. And I'm not a workaholic in any way, and I work to live. I don't live to work, and I just do it when the feeling's right. And if people like it, they like it, and if they don't, they don't. I'm doing it as much for me as I am for anybody else. Do you know what I mean? I'm not really. When I left Oasis, wasn't really going away, and then I thought, right, I'm going to show the world what I've got. I think my talents were showcased enough in that band. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of, I don't know. I make records, put them out, go on the road, get a little bit drunk, and all's well that ends well.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you have to, don't you? Yeah, it's the best gig in the world. Being in the rock and roll game. I don't really understand other people when I read interviews about the work and the pressure to do this, and I'm just thinking, well, there really is no pressure. Do you know what I mean? This is the best gig in the world, to travel the world, to play music to people, have 10,000 people a night instantly fall in love with you, and here's the killer, and get all the free crisps and chocolate you can eat.
And they pay you.
And they pay you at the end. God, it's unbelievable.
Well, doing what you're doing now, is it liberating? Because I thought, since you left Oasis, it might be lonely, the interviews, the touring, the studio, all that. So is it a little bit liberating?
No, I don't mind. I've always been... I'm a middle child, you see. The middle child, my other two brothers are kind of extreme points of the character scale. I was always a loner when I was a child anyway, so it suits me better. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Although I did really enjoy being part of a gang, so to speak. I enjoyed that as well, but I was always kind of doing my own thing within that. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's not a problem for me. It's easier because I can go at my own pace. Whereas like when I was recording my album, if I fancied having a week off, I could just have a week off without the fear that someone else would be in the studio, messing things up.
Yeah, because there are the pros and cons, isn't there? Like there doesn't have to be a vote if you want something.
No. If I want to suddenly change from semi-skimmed milk to full cream milk on the tour, then I just do it. Right. And everybody's got to fall in line.
So how's life? Just get away from the music for a bit. How is life with 3 kids now? How's parenthood and all that?
Life is noisy.
Mm-hmm.
It's breakfast times can be chaotic and tea time and all that, but it's great. It's what life's all about. I think is the kids and all that. It's great. It's as you would imagine any kind of house with 3 kids in. It's the same for me as it is for anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Is it true they call you Mr. G?
No, that's just my wife has to call me that. But that was in the marriage vows.
I interviewed your brother about 6 months ago when he was over here in Dublin. I got to ask you: is there any chance that you guys will reunite? Because I know Liam has said that the idea makes him vomit, but recently he said in the papers that even though he loves BDI, he'd prefer to be in Oasis.
I can't speak for him, but if that's what he said, then I would imagine that to be true. But I don't think about it. I only think about it in when I do interviews and I'm asked questions.
Yeah, like this, of course.
And I don't. It doesn't enter my thought process at all. So I've never given it a second thought.
Okay, well then, brother aside, do you miss the others?
Oh yeah, of course. I miss. Yeah, I mean, I speak to the others via the text messaging service, or at irregular intervals. But yeah, of course I do. Do you know what I mean? We were all together in a band, even the last lineup for well over 10 years. So yeah, of course I miss them. But you know, you can't stay in the gang forever. You know what I mean? It's like we would have all preferred Oasis to carry on forever, but circumstances being what they were. One of us had to leave, and I did the noble thing.
Your first gig in Ireland was in the Tivoli Theatre in the early 1990s. Your last gig in Ireland was the Olympia Theatre last October. You debuted the gig for the High Flying Birds. You're back to play the O2 pretty soon. There's fond memories in Ireland, isn't there?
Well, it's where it's ultimately where I'm from. You know, it's where there's no English blood in me. Do you know what I mean? Both my parents are Irish, and it's a home from home. And yeah, I mean that's where I grew up. My summer holidays were spent there from the age of up until the age of like 17. You know, so. But yeah, it's always great to go back to Ireland, if only for the silver mints and
the Tato crisps
and the crisps and the brunches and those little emerald chocolate sweets. Unbelievable gear, those, mate.
You can't beat those, in all fairness.
You can't beat them. No. I just spend about 40 quid at the airport before I leave.
Well, what can the fans expect?
Well, I do like an hour and 40 minutes, and I play every new song that I'm able to play. I play some old Oasis stuff, but it's not what you might imagine. They're all kind of B-sides and obscure stuff, fan stuff. Do you know what I mean? If you're coming along thinking you're going to hear Wonderwall, then you're going to be sorely, you're going to be upset. I've got to say, we don't do that one. But you know, if you're a fan and you bought the records, then you might, and you'll hear songs that you've not heard for many years.
Okay, now you've been crowned by the NME the godlike genius for 2012.
Yeah.
Does that mean you get a bit of a rest on Sundays?
I'm gonna have to swing this with the wife and see what the perks actually are.
Yeah.
Because the award ceremony is not for another couple of weeks. But after that, I'm not sure I should have to do bed and bath time anymore.
And you can grow a beard.
I can grow a beard and have 12 disciples.
If they said to you, NME said to you, look, you can choose who should be the godlike genius and who get that award for 2013, who would you give it to?
I'd probably give it to Mario Balotelli. Because he's fast becoming the greatest living human being that we've got on this planet.
He's pretty cool, isn't he?
He's better than any rock star that springs to mind at this very moment.
I just love his attitude. Knocks a goal in and then just stands there. It's like, I do this in my sleep.
And he's just... Somebody said to him after the last penalty at Tottenham, you know, were you nervous? And he said, well, I'm not nervous because, you know, and they said, well, what if you'd have missed? He said, I'll never miss. Brilliant.
So, City for the title?
Yeah, no question. I think if it boils down to a two-horse race between us and United, and they always say the best team always wins the league, then we are the best team.
Right.
Ergo, we shall be champions.
I like it. And England manager, all the news these days. Who do you think should get the gig?
Well, I've got to say, if Harry can't do it, I am available. I can stop this tour anytime because I'm in charge.
Yep.
I've managed me for 20 years.
You're a godlike genius.
And I'm a godlike genius. The music in the changing room would be impeccable. We might not win anything, but it would be a proper laugh.
Yeah, absolutely. So listen, just two more things. You've been making records now, 20 years. What's been the highlight?
I mean, I don't pick out one, but the whole of the 90s was crazy times, and the pinnacle of the mania was Nebworth. But I think, you know, I've played some of the most prestigious gigs in the world, whether that be Slane Castle or Wembley Stadium or the River Plate Stadium or the Hollywood Bowl or we did Rock in Rio, all these great gigs that you read about as you were growing up. We did all those, and I guess the greatest thing is that when I was reading all the stories about what it was like to be a rock star when I was growing up, I know what it's like now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm living someone else's dream, and I guess to be still doing it is a highlight, isn't it?
Yeah. Would you change anything?
Well, when I first met my wife, she was then my girlfriend. She shamed me into giving up smoking Benson and Hedges, and she used to smoke Marlboro Lights, right?
Mm.
So she made me kind of by some mad trick, some mad confidence trick. She got me into smoking Marlboro Lights, and then she gave up smoking. So I wish if I had my time again, I'd have stuck to the Bensons, because I like the gold box. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It made me feel special. Now I'm basically smoking ladies' cigarettes.
That can all change when they hand you the Enemy Award for Godlike Genius, man. You can always go back.
Hopefully I'll get a free pipe that goes with it.
Yeah. So the gig is in the O2, 17th of February, Friday. What's the opening song?
The opening song is a little-known Oasis B-side called It's Good to Be Free.
Noel, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, my man.
Bye.